Okay, so what we have to remember here is that the mass number depends on the number of neutrons and protons. So adding those together gives us a mass number of 35. Work out the electrical configuration. Well, we're told there are 17 electrons, so that's going to be 2 in the first, 8 in the second, and 7 in the third. What would you see if you had damp blue litmus placed into chlorine? Well, the first thing would happen is it would turn red, and that would get you one of the marks. And the second mark, it would then bleach white, so it then got a white colour, and that's going to get you the second mark in the answer. Carrying on through here, describe what is meant by a covalent bond. 2 marks, so we need to say covalent bond contains, hang on, let's spell that correctly for you. It contains a shared pair of electrons, and you get 1 mark for shared and 1 mark for telling them that there's the electrons in there. Explain why chlorine is a gas rather than a liquid at room temperature. Well, chlorine, we've just seen, is a covalent molecule. So what happens, these molecules form, but between the molecules, there are, I'll label it over here, there are weak forces in between the molecules. So that's the answer to this question. So let's put it into words for you. So explain why chlorine is a gas rather than liquid room temperature. This is because it has a low boiling point. I think that's going to get you mark, and that is because it has weak forces between the molecules which do not need a lot of energy to break, and that's going to get you definitely the marks. When the hydrogen chloride is dissolved in water, solution forms, blue litmus is dipped in, state-wise turns red. So it turns red because it is an acid or is an acidic. Okay. Figure 7 lists the halogens in the order that they appear. The melting points of 4 halogens are given. Estimate the melting point of iodine. So as you can see in here, as you go down this group, the melting point is actually starting to increase. So we need a number somewhere between -7 and 302, and you can see here they're very roughly going up in about hundreds. So if I go somewhere around 110, then I'm not going to be a million miles off, and that'll be getting me the right answer. Then it says bromine reacts with heated iron. Give the name of one halogen that would react with iron in a more vigorous way than bromine. So the other thing we need to remember here is as you go up this group, they become more reactive. So you could say fluorine, or you don't need to give both, you need one of these, or chlorine would be more reactive.